this is Miss Jess from the Botanic Library, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to draw a couple of your favorite characters. In the past, we have learned how to draw Pete the cat and one of the minions from Despicable Me. So if you'd still like to learn how to draw those, you can check our YouTube or our Facebook page, and you can check those out. Today, we are going to learn how to draw an angry bird and Piglet. Miss Jess is not an artist, so she's been practicing really hard and she's going to try her best to show you how to do it. Here's kind of like one of my attempts here. So we're going to try and get pretty close. I did a lot of practicing and a lot of different colors, and yeah, let's just try it. It'll be fun. It'll be silly, it'll be fun, and maybe you might even make a work of art. So let's get started. First up is the angry bird. So I used a pencil, an orange marker for the beak, a black marker for the outlining, and a red marker for the bird. Let's move those off to the side. First thing you're going to need is a nice big circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be nice and big. And then they have kind of like these two almost floppy feathers. They look like ears, but they're kind of like sideways. So I'm going to do one little curve and one little curve, and those are kind of like the top little floppy feathers. Okay, so it's an angry bird. So we're going to start on this side here, and we're going to make a big V. That's going to be the big angry eyebrows. And then you're going to make one big circle for the eye, two big circles for the eyes, and then the pupils are the little dots in the center. See how that's coming along already? Excellent, you guys are doing great. Now we're going to make a big triangle for the beak. So this is going to be where you're going to start up here. So one line down, and one line across. Nice beak. Now we're going to do kind of like an upside down triangle that's going to be a little bit smaller. So you can start from here, one line down, and then kind of in the middle here, one line down. Wow, that looks even better than my practice one. I am impressed. Okay, now for the tail, you're going to make kind of like an arrow shape. So you've got kind of like that, and then a line out like that. So it kind of looks like an arrow that's pointing to your bird. Excellent. And that is your basic shape. Of course, when we color it in, it's going to look a lot more like an angry bird. So take your red marker or pencil or crayon, and what we're going to do is color in the bird, but we don't want to color in the eyebrows, the eyes, or the beak. So what I do to kind of help me with that is I'm going to outline the eye in red, and I'm going to outline the beak in red, and then I'm going to outline this whole part. So that'll kind of keep me away from the eyes and the beak. You can color over the eyebrows because we can still see them, so we'll know where they are. And see, this is kind of helping to guide me as to where not to color. Now these are the feathers, so you can color those in. Okay, and you can see kind of how I'm using this to stay away from the eyes, stay away from the beak, because it's giving me kind of like a thicker outline. So if you're working with younger kids who need some help, you might want to do the outlining for them, and then maybe put a little dot and tell them this is where you color it red. It's kind of a way to guide them. All right, that's our red. Put my cap back on. Now we're going to take our orange and just color in the top of the beak here and the bottom of the beak here. And then get your black marker and trace all the way around your bird. And trace the Feathers up here. Okay, so now we're going to trace around the eyes so you can really see them, little pupils. You can trace around your beak. And then don't forget, this is an angry bird. So you want to trace those eyebrows. And if you want to make it really angry, you're going to kind of thicken it. So just going to kind of keep coloring to make those lines really thick. See that? Now he's really angry. And then you're going to trace your arrow tail. And if you want to make it like a nice, really thick one, then you just kind of keep coloring, make those lines really thick. And just keep coloring, just like that. So it's a nice big arrow, and voila, angry bird. Fantastic, you guys did a great job. Okay, I'm impressed. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, and now we're going to draw Piglet. This one was a little bit more difficult for me, so we're gonna see how we do. I have a pencil. I have a couple of different pinks because the face and the ears are gonna be different colors. So just as long as you have two different kinds of pinks, that's good. Or like a reddish, pinkish, tan, whatever you'd like. And then we might use a black too. All right, so for Piglet, you need to start down towards the bottom of the page because we don't want to forget to leave room for the ears. So kind of like I'm starting down here, whereas the bird was up here, we can start down here. So the first thing we're going to do is make the top of Piglet's head, which is kind of like a little rainbow. Fantastic, you're doing great. Now, put little kind of legs out like that because Piglet has kind of like a little chin. So now we're gonna make a U shape. Fantastic, looking good. Okay, now, stay with me here because it's gonna look a little weird at first. We're putting the eyebrows up here, okay? But we're putting the eyes kind of far down, kind of by where the little cheeks are. Trust me, okay? I've tried this many times. Okay, so then he's got kind of like a little curved line here where the little eyes sit on, almost like a little eyelid. And then for the nose, you're gonna make a little rainbow and then kind of flat on the bottom. See, his little face is starting to show up. Now we're gonna make a big smile and you're gonna make a little curve on each side and then make sure you put a little line there, kind of like for his little chin, okay? And now pretend that he's got big antlers coming out of his head. And then you're gonna take the ear and bring it all the way back down. And all the way back down, almost like little flower petals. All right, that looks pretty good. Then we're going to take one of our pinks. This is more kind of like pinky than the other pink is that I have. It's hard to explain. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna color in Piglet's whole face. And you can color over the whole thing. Just make sure you don't do the ears because Piglet's ears are a different shade of pink. So you can color over everything. This makes it pretty easy. You can color over the eyes, you can color over the nose, the mouth, the chin. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but just try and kind of cover up as much of the white space as you can. Looks like this marker is kind of running a little bit low from all the practicing I've been doing. So make sure you get a good marker that's got a lot of ink in it. All right, there we go. Oh, looking cute, looking friendly. Fantastic. Okay, now I'm gonna take my other shade of pink, this little one here, and I'm gonna do the ears. So I'm going to outline the ears because once you have a thicker outline, it's a little bit easier to stay inside the lines. That's what I find. And I can never reverse these pinks. All that matters is that it's a different kind of pink. It's even almost like a little purpley. It just kind of helps the different parts to stick out a little bit. All right, so outline that. Once again, doesn't have to be perfect. Just try and cover up as much of that white as you can. The most important part is that you're having fun and you're creating something that you never would have done before. I certainly never would have tried to draw Piglet, but this job has me learning all kinds of cool things. Also, you want the nose to match the ears. There we go, right in there like that. Okay, and then we're going to actually trace, we're going to trace Piglet with this pink and not the black, because I tried it with the black and it was just really kind of too dark, and Piglet's kind of like a soft, sweet little character. So you don't really want too much black in there. So nice traced around there. And then I traced over the smile. And I traced the eyebrows, and the little chin, and little eyes like that. And there you have Piglet. Not bad, right? Pretty cute. You guys did a great job. And let me just show you, these are the two that we made today together. But then I also was doing practice, and you can see I actually flip-flopped the colors. So if you like that better, if you like the kind of pinky pink for the face and then the kind of tan for the ears, you can do it that way. See, I kind of reversed the different colors. I kind of like it better the way I did it originally. And then, if you want to see all the different times that Miss Jess actually tried to do this, I will show you. This was another one that I did. This was another one. I was pretty good with the Angry Birds, but the Piglet was giving me a lot of trouble. So, see, I have 3 different times I tried, and then I tried drawing like this. Put that one over there. I just want to show you that you're probably not going to get perfect, or maybe not the way you want it the first time. So I'm going to kind of take my phone out of the holder here so I can kind of show you. See, I tried it many, many times. And I think actually the first time I tried it was my favorite. So, you know, have fun. Just different tries, different times. You might get slightly different shapes. I think definitely the Angry Bird was easier to do. Piglet was more difficult, but those are my 2 favorites. So, good luck, and if you want, you can send us a picture of how you did. We'd love to see it. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.